Hi Year 2, welcome to your English for today. It is Tuesday the 2nd of February 2021 and in today's lesson we are going to be looking at using time conjunctions in our writing. Time conjunctions are used within instructions and that's our focus for this week. Okay, handwriting first of all. If you are in the spelling bees, I would like you to practice this word for me 3 times on your handwriting lines. It's the word you've. It's a contraction of the 2 words you and have. And remember, when I have a contraction, I am replacing my missing letters with an apostrophe. So H and A are replaced. That is a U, it doesn't look like a U. So you and have becomes you've. If you're in the spelling bees, that's the word I'd like you to write 3 times. If you are in the Wise Owl spelling group, you are looking at the spelling rule E cup of tea, and I would like you to write the word flee 3 times on your worksheet for me. Pause the video here so that you can complete your handwriting. Okay, our starter to warm us up. So, in each sentence on the screen now, the punctuation mark is missing. So the piece of punctuation that goes at the end is missing from each sentence. And you've got to decide which one fits. I'm going to do 2 with you and then you can pause the video and complete the rest by yourself. You don't need to copy out all of these sentences. You could just write down the piece of punctuation on some scrap paper if you want to. So the first one is wow. What should go at the end of that word? A full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark? Wow. It's an exclamation mark. That's an exclamation, isn't it, if I'm saying that to someone? What about this one? Is it hot outside? Is it hot outside? A full stop, a question mark or an exclamation. Is it hot outside? It's a question. You're asking someone a question, aren't you? Is it hot outside? I would like you to read through the 4 sentences on the screen right now and decide which piece of punctuation needs to go on the end. Is it a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark? Okay, instructions are written for someone who needs to know how to do something. If you're building something out of Lego, you need to follow the instructions so that you know exactly what to do. Now, in instructions, we use time conjunctions and time words that sometimes tell us the order that something happens in. And there are some examples on the screen right now, but we're going to look at time conjunctions in a bit more detail today. And we use them so that the instructions are clear to the person who's reading them to follow along with. In today's lesson, we're going to look at time conjunctions in more detail. And there's a success criteria on the screen now. There's 3 steps. We are going to know by the end of the lesson what a time conjunction is. We're also going to be able to identify some time conjunctions, so to find them in a piece of writing. And we're also going to look at using them ourselves in our own work too. Okay, well, what is a time conjunction? A time conjunction is used to tell the reader when something is happening. And we know that a conjunction is a joining word, so it's a word that's used to tell the reader when something is happening. For example, here's my sentence. Last week, Sarah bought a puppy. The time conjunction is last week. It's telling us when it happened. Tomorrow, I will play on the swings. Tomorrow is the time conjunction. It's telling us when it will happen. Suddenly, he found himself in a dark, haunted castle. Suddenly is the time conjunction. It's telling us it happened all of a sudden. I wonder if you could finish my sentence now. I wonder if you could pause the video and think of something that you did yesterday. Yesterday, what do you think you could write as your sentence? Yesterday, Pause the video here and finish my sentence. And you should notice that your time conjunction is yesterday. Okay, let's look at 3 sentences on the board and together, let's see if we can find the time conjunctions. Immediately, I went and fed the ducks. Where's the time conjunction in this sentence? Immediately. After a while, I decided to play with my baby brother. Where's the time conjunction in this sentence? After a while. Finally, I got to see the new Captain America film. What's the time conjunction in this sentence? Finally, you've probably noticed that time conjunctions usually sit at the beginning of a sentence, and all three of those sentences have a time conjunction at the start. Here is a bit of text, and what I would like you to do is, along with me, we are going to read the text that's on the screen, and then we are going to search for all of the time conjunctions, the words which tell us when something is happening in the text. So let's read it, and you can read along with me. This morning I woke up and opened the curtains to bright sunshine. Next I leapt out of bed and put on my swimming costume to go to the water park. After that, I went on the long, scary flume which twisted and turned. Then I went on the boat ride that shot down a steep tunnel. I ate a delicious lunch and I shot off to the exciting wave pool. Finally, it was time for home and we all got back in the car. So, let's find the time conjunctions. What I would like you to do now is pause the video and see if you can make a list of the ones that you can see. If you're in school, maybe you could do this on a whiteboard or a piece of paper. Same if you're at home on a scrap piece of paper. Make a list of all the time conjunctions that you can see. And remember, time conjunctions tell us when something is happening. Okay, so pause the video and have a little hunt, and then I will share them with you in a second. The first time conjunction that I can see is this one here, this morning. It's telling us when something is happening. This morning, I woke up and opened the curtains to bright sunshine. Next, I leapt out of bed and put on my swimming costume to go to the water park. After that, I went on the long, scary flume which twisted and turned. Then, I went on the boat ride that shot down a steep tunnel. I ate a delicious lunch and I shot off to the exciting wave pool. Finally, it was time for home and we all got back in the car. Those are all time conjunctions because they're telling us when something is happening. Okay, some examples then. Let's have a look before we get on with our main activity. Suddenly, first, then, yesterday, after that, on Monday morning, last weekend, at 2 o'clock, at lunchtime, a few minutes later, in the evening, eventually, next, finally, secondly. Read my sentences about my morning, and what I would like you to do is fill in the blanks with a time conjunction. So, I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I went downstairs, I had my breakfast, and I got dressed for my day. I want you to pause the video and see if you can fill in those missing words with a time conjunction. You might have said, first, I woke up. Pause the video and think about the next one. Secondly, I brushed my teeth. Pause the video, think about the third one. After that, I went downstairs. Then I had my breakfast. Finally, I got dressed for my day. Maybe you thought of some different time conjunctions than the ones that I've picked. Okay, I'm going to explain each job in the main activity and then I would like you to get on with it. I want you to try and complete this as independently as possible. This is the first task. What you have to do is underline the time conjunctions in a colour. You could underline it in red or any colour that you wish, any colour that you've got. If you can't print out the worksheet, that's absolutely fine. What I would like you guys to do is just write a list of all the time conjunctions you can see. Now the text is really similar to the text that I read you a minute ago, except this time some of the time conjunctions are different. So I'd like you, as your first job, to underline all the conjunctions or write them out that you can find. Pause the video, complete this job, and then come back to the video. The next activity is this one. I would like you to choose the best conjunction to go in each of the spaces, and I would like you to use the word bank to help you. The word bank is this bit here. all of the words in this box. That's the word bank. And what you need to do is figure out which words go into the sentence. So the first sentence says, she had finished her sandwich, she opened her bag of crisps. So you need to find the correct conjunction that would fit into the word at the sentence. I think you could have after she had finished her sandwich, she opened her bag of crisps. You could also have once as well. Once she had finished her sandwich, she opened her bag of crisps. When would work there too. So pause the video and choose the best conjunctions for the sentences. And this is the final activity that I'd like you to do today. Write 3 sentences of your own using before, after or when as time conjunctions. Now it's your choice. You can either start your sentence with these time conjunctions or you can use them in the middle. I would try and use them at the start. That's what I would do. I would use my time conjunction at the start. I would use before. So I'd start my sentence with before. I might start my sentence with after, and then I might start my sentence with when. Okay? Pause the video and get on with your job for today.